Hi everybody, I have a special treat for you today. I asked one of my very good friends, her name is Mrs. Goodwin, maybe some of you know her already because she's been in our school before, about her garden and planting and about how she grows vegetables and fruits. So I asked her if she could send some videos to us of her gardening and how she's starting it, and I wanted to share that with you today so you could think about the ingredients that you put in your recipes at home. So I hope you enjoy it. Take care, guys. So today we're going to look at some vegetables and where they come from. The first place they start is with the seeds.
Now these are radish seeds, and they're very, very tiny, but once they get growing, this is what they become. And you can see that they have leaves. These are a little wilted right now, but the leaves come up through that's the first thing you see in any plant that you start. The seed stays down beneath the soil, and then you start to see the little green of the leaves coming up through. And then this grows below the ground. This is actually a root right here. And not every single plant, this is considered a root plant. So you eat the root. You can eat the leaves also, but this grows continuously below the ground. So you never really see the radishes until you pull them up. Unlike peppers, which grow above the ground, but they also start with a tiny little seed that if you've ever seen anyone cut open a pepper, you see this seed inside, and there's no reason you can't save them. And all peppers start off to be green, and then they turn color. So these are called bell peppers, which is, you don't have to, they're called sweet peppers, California wonders, but that isn't that important, because if you like peppers, they can all be started from this tiny little seed. And again, the seed goes in the soil, and you see little green start up. But these are different from the radishes because they grow above the ground. So you'll see them form on the plant as it grows up. Now we're back to another root plant, which is our carrots. And a carrot seed, wait, you see how tiny it is. Sometimes it's almost hard to plant because they're so tiny. You can mix it with some sand. But they are tiny, tiny, tiny. Each one of those little tiny seeds will grow a carrot, believe it or not. So the seed stays below the soil. You see a little green come up, which is the top of your carrot, and then your carrot goes down below the ground, and you can pull it up. So you have to have a nice deep place to plant these. And as with everything we're going to show you here, these will all go into a garden. They don't stay growing on a table because they just won't do well. This is artificial light right now because there's no sunlight coming in, but what they really will need is a big space to grow in the soil with the sunlight and the rain and all natural stuff. Now we'll go to tomato. Everybody has seen tomatoes. Well, they grow above the ground also, and their seed is also very, very tiny. And to me, this is the magical part, is that these tiny little seeds of everything we've just shown you become plants that we can eat and your family can eat. Everything here is just so good for you. Very, very nourishing. This is zucchini, and this is a plant I can show you. I don't have a zucchini to show you, but you could see on the front of the seed packet what they look like. You would recognize them. They look a little bit like a cucumber, and they grow. They also come in yellow. They're both called summer squash. These happen to be zucchini though, but it's a little bigger seed, but it still grows. And these are in the squash family, which that's why they're called summer squash. But these grow fast, so that's why they're called summer, because they'll come out in, actually each packet on the back of it tells you how long before harvest means when you pick it. So in 57 days, you can have beautiful zucchini from the time you plant that seed to the time you eat it. And I want to go back to the radishes if we could, because these you can eat in 22 days. Once you plant that tiny radish seed I showed you before, you can actually start eating them in 22 days, which is a short time. And then these, a little bit longer, they're 75 days. And there's squash called winter squash, which once you plant those, they don't even come out where you could eat them until fall time. Now, cucumbers are something that looks similar to the zucchini. They take about 58 days, but you can also eat those when they're small. You can make pickles out of them, or just eat them just like that. You don't have to peel them, you can peel them. Most everything I've shown you here, you can eat the whole thing. You can eat the whole radish, you don't have to peel it. You eat the whole pepper, you eat the whole tomato, you eat the whole carrot, you can, or you don't have to peel them. But these seeds look a lot like the squash in shape, but they're smaller. So there is a cucumber seed. Again, that grows above the ground. It's not considered a root plant. So everything you see here has been planted from a seed. And look how beautiful the greens. This actually is lettuce. So all of this, instead of pulling it out, you take little sharp scissors, or you can take it even with your finger and just break it off and then throw it into a salad. And the bigger it gets, the more it takes shape of a lettuce leaf that you probably recognize more. But you can eat them like this, or you can wait and eat it like that. And very, very good for you, all of this stuff. Now these are all different plants. They're all labeled, they all kind of look alike when they start, because all plants get a first set of leaves, which are called cotyledons. You might learn about those in 2nd grade. If you don't, you're going to learn about them again in 4th grade. But the first set of leaves doesn't always look like the leaves that as they start growing. Like this, let me see. Well, as you can see, some of these leaves are starting to take the shape of what's shown on the packet. But the rest of them don't look anything like lettuce, but they will become lettuce. And we have some spinach and parsley. So some of these are herbs, but overall, all of these, I should show you, let me see, these are all different tomato plants. You can see the first set of leaves actually became big, and is starting to get their second set of leaves, which take on the shape that they'll have on the whole plant as it starts to grow. But this plant will become what holds up all these big, heavy, believe it or not, heavy tomatoes. And you can start picking them and doing things with them. You can eat them raw, you can make them into sauces. So there's lots of things you can do with all these different